Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered today on Jane Doe. It's going to be Soulkey, it's going to be Motive, it's going to be a Patreon cast. For those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month, get to see this a month before anybody else does. It's Jane Doe, man. New map, Soulkey, ASL talent, right side. It is Soulkey. He got knocked out of ASL 21 in the group stages, but maybe he'll be back for ASL 22 with a vengeance. Left side it is a Motive, our Protoss player. All right, man. Jane Doe, weird freaking map, man. They want to slow down rushes on this map. This is blocking the ramp out of your main base. You need to, if you want to proxy, if you want a cannon rush, if you want to proxy hash, you need to kill one of these or one of these, and it takes 8 to 9 seconds, which is a big deal when you are proxying or rushing. So that means proxies and cannon rushes and proxy hatches are not a big deal on this map. You have a nice natural base back here that is easy to take if you were worried about that. And third base here, fourth base here, maybe a fifth base here, and mirrored on the other side. Jane Doe, weird map for weird times, man. Check it out. 1000, 2, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009. There it is. 8 to 9,000, 8 to 9 seconds there, right? And off we go. So we can scout, right? Scouting is a little bit later than a proxy timing. So there's the hatch first because you're safe inside your base from like a double proxy gateway, from cannon rushes. And all is well here for Soulkey. So there's the pool. Coming down at 10 supply. And again, another 8 seconds. So 16 total second delay for these Marines. And here we go. We're scouting. The Overlord says, I saw the probe come across. The probe is here. Got ourselves a gate opening. Not as a wall here. So we're not walled off because I feel like Zerg players are going to take their hatch first every single time on this map. And Motive is betting it's a hatch first, and he is correct. So no early pool, no early lings. We can block off the ramp with Zealots if needs be, but early ling timings are out the window on Jane Doe, especially in this matchup. So we can expand after the gate. Again, very, very safe back here. Lings cannot get through unless they come through this very, very narrow choke. And Soulkey says, nah, I'm just going to take a third base. Some 2 minutes. I know it's going to be a gate expand here on Jane Doe because, again, the natural base is so easy to take and so protected. Great stuff here from Soulkey. Great stuff here from Motive as well. Just the timings are excellent. The Overlord says, hey, gas? No gas? All right. No Cybercore in sight. I know you've expanded. I don't need to see that based on the gas timing and based on the second pylon. This probe says, yep, everything's A-okay here too. How many lings are you gonna make? There are 4 of them. There are 6 of them. But again, Zealots blocking this ramp can handle 6 lings. I don't know why he made 6 lings, man. You just need a couple to chase away the probe. We need more lings, right, than 2 to handle Zealots coming across the map. But this Overlord here is scouting, and he doesn't see any Zealots coming across the map. Cybernetics core timing scouted by the Overlord. There you go. Forge coming in as well. Do we see that? No, but we can assume there's a Forge coming up, right? Upgrades plus 1 attack for the Zealots that are surely going to show up here in a couple of minutes. And the Overlord is fleeing from the Corsair that has not even started yet. Not even his Stargate is down. But flee he must do. He knows the timings. Lair, on the way. Soulkey, excellent stuff. Lings saying, hey, are there Zealots coming across the map? I know they're going to be slow Zealots, but slow Zealots are dangerous as well. There's the Stargate. No second gas quite yet from the Protoss. No second gas, which would be super early here from Soulkey. Maybe for like a Lurker Rush, we'd see a second gas at this timing, but nope, no Lurker Rush. Metabolic boost. Oh, killing the medic. What did she ever do to you? And you can mind control the medic on Jane Doe. I tested it myself. You can mind control the medic. You can mind control the Marine if you want. It doesn't have a lot of utility in professional replays, but, you know, just something weird about this map. Hydra Den. Oh, I love this, man. Hydra Den. No Spire. Yes, Soulkey. That is my preference in PvZ, as you know. If you watch my PvZ casts, especially ones on the live streams that I am posting and casting live. Casting live streams live, Falcon. Yeah, that's redundant. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays especially, and sometimes even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on what the week looks like for me. So check it out, man. Check out the live streams. Good place to talk to other StarCraft fans. Talk to Falcon directly. Holy smokes, live streams are good. Oh, it's a burrow. A burrowed Ling here. A burrow opening. I didn't see that in the production tab. +1 attack for the Corsairs now. But I think we're going to cancel it, man. Again, we can swing. There you go. We can swing into Mutalisks after a Hydralisk opening. We've seen that fairly often in PvZ. So the +1 attack is not wasted on Corsairs, especially if all of a sudden there are 5 or 6 Mutas picking off your High Templar and you've got 1 Corsair and need to make more. The +1 attack is an excellent addition if you already have it. Macro Hatch. Macro Hatch. Again, taking 3 bases on this map, not a big deal. But 4th base, a little bit hard to take. 5th base as well, a little bit hard to take. We are blocked off here by this mineral field. These minerals. If you want to do it by ground, you can drop up there. But if you don't want to, you have to mine through those minerals to access that base. Or get through this stacked Protoss temple block. Evolution Chamber. Ooh, we do have a Sunken from Soulkey. Just one, right? You just need to protect this entrance, right? That's it. Protect this entrance. You could afford a Sunken. It's not sunkening up here. It's not sunkening up here. Just one location. Sunkening on 2 locations is just a little bit too much, right? For most Zerg players to do. But at 1 location, yeah, I think we can handle that. Acceptable loss, Overlord? No. Not if there's a Hydra opening here. All right, fair enough. Bam. Dead as a doornail. +1 attack did get canceled from Motive. And, oh my gosh, we got a Ling run by. How? Oh, depowering these gateways would be a big deal, but we do have a couple more pylons there powering them. Just scouting. Check it out. High Templar. Very good. Psystorm. Hey, no real surprise. Oh, probe snipe and a cannon cancel. All right, that's a little bit of damage there for those Lings. Scourge chasing, Scourge chasing, Scourge chasing, Scourge chasing. Oh, did get a hit. 1 Scourge getting a kill. Oh, again, it was previously injured, that Corsair, but dude. Excellent micro by Soulkey, and maybe a little bit of falling down on the job there by Motive. So we've got Scourge, chase away the Corsairs. We have Hydras, we have Lings, we have upgrades coming up. 4 Hydras and Mutalisks and Scourge. +1 armor for these Corsairs. Well, there's a cannon, and cannons defend against Mutas and Scourge very, very well. Not very good against Lings or Hydras, but against Scourge, that is the trick. So, 3rd base, not quite warping in here yet from Motive. Unburrowing the Ling, re-burrowing it. Ha 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 ha. He saw when the cannon was coming up and warping in and saying, hey, let's unburrow. And reburrows somewhere else. Still no robo. Still no robotics facility. Dude, come on. You know there are lurkers on the way. Look, burrowed Lings saying, hey, Lings are coming across. Big deal. 4th hatch coming up. High ground Hydras defending. But no sign of lurkers. So maybe we don't need an obs at this stage of the game. Motive is reading this game very, very well. But we'll make a robo anyway because, you know, lurkers can show up anytime. Just like a Muta tech switch, man. So high ground, Lings and Hydras. That's important here. That's important. Look at Soulkey mixing in some Lings here at 9 minutes. Usually at this stage of the game, you only have Hydras. But Lings and Hydras together are always so much better against Zealots than just Hydras. That is my professional opinion, but I see so many games where Protoss players are like, hey, all you have are Hydras? Excellent. Speed lots with +1, go. And there are the Mutalisks in the production tab. 9 Mutas just got fired up. 4 base. 3rd base coming in here. Everything's A-okay. Corsairs got 1 Overlord kill, but not another one. Scourge got 1 Corsair kill, but not another one. We do have a creep at the 4th base for a Sunken. Maybe a Spa. Maybe a Spore? Maybe. Yeah, look at this. Just a handful of Zerglings. Just keeping the Zealots busy a little bit while the Hydras do the DPS. All right, so now all the Lings are dead, and now Hydras are going to die, and now we need to kite, and kite indeed. Soulkey, good at that, man. High ground, retreating all over the place here on Jane Doe. To retreat to high ground. Oh no, they took the high ground. Retreat to high ground, right? So high ground positions are so important, and everywhere. Another high ground position. Overlord scouting, and these Corsairs could be hunting Overlords. You need to be moving here if you're Corsairs. And again, Mutalisks, same thing. We're harassing units, but the Scourge are out there, and that's why the Corsairs are inside the main base. Khedira Amulet on the way. Burrowedling here, Overlord here. Look at the map vision that Soulkey has. Look at it. Amazing stuff. Finally, Burrowling, the hero, dies at 10 and a half minutes, almost 11 minutes. Mutas diving into the second base, dodging storms as well as they can, but losing a couple Mutalisks anyway. Getting revenge, taking down the High Templar. Scourge coming in to defend against the Corsairs that are responding as well. And one more cannon is enough to chase it away. Look at this. Injured Mutas, only 6 of them. Dragoons responding. They are not scared of Scourge. That was a pretty well-defended Muta attack by Motive. Excellent job. Couple probes went died. Cannon died. High Templar got sniped out. But other than that, we're still at 61 probes to 52 drones. Everything is great here from Soulkey. No sign of a hive at 11 minutes. But again, timing. Timing is everything. It's not too late to make a Queen's Nest if you need to. Or if you want to, even. We're back with more Mutalisks. We have replenished. Hold on, what? Ah, there we go. Full stack. I clicked, and there were 6, and I was like, what? Anyway, fighting Dragoons with your Mutas, sir. You are very, very brave right now. +1 Carapace, yes, but also +1 Flyer attack finishing up. Crazy stuff here. 1-1 for these Mutas from Soulkey. I don't know if this is a good idea, man. +1 armor, done for the Protoss. +2 on the way. As we've seen, man, mid-game Protoss versus Zerg, +2 Dragoons are so excellent against Hydras, against Lurkers, obviously. Against Mutalisks, too, on the off chance that Mutas are trying to attack your Dragoons, as we saw a couple of seconds ago. Ventral Sacks on the way. Snipe, snipe. We see this as well. Dang, 2 High Templar down. 2 more High Templar here. It is so hard to defend your High Templar from a skilled Mutalisk player like Soulkey. Down the right side, 5th base. Popping up from Soulkey. Pushing out, 4th base, attack and defend at the same time. I know how many times I need to hear that, because I still don't do it sometimes when I'm playing StarCraft. Expand while you're attacking. Day 9 taught me that 20 years ago, man, and I'm still trying to recall it. Okay, not 20 years ago, maybe like 15, but still, Storman sniping Obs? No, Obs are like, wait, there are no Lurkers here. Gas being spent on Mutalisks instead. Okay, 1-1 for the ground here, 2-0 for the ground for the Zerg, and 1-1 for the Mutalisks. This is an, this is an all-out attack here on the 4th base for Motive. Can he hold? We've got Hydras stutter stepping. We've got Dragoons trusting in their upgrades here. We have High Templar coming in. They are needed so much right now. Zealots and Dragoons, not quite enough to handle this many Hydralisks, but with Storm mixed in, that is the perfect answer for these Hydras. And yes, indeed, Storm in the ramp, always a good thing. Scourge coming in, scouting, seeing just what we know already, man. Cannons, High Templar, Zealots, Soulkey, licking his wounds, falling back to the high ground. Now there are Lurkers. A little bit later than usual, and there's the drops. We did see Ventral Sacks coming in. We do know about the drops. Oh, no. Are we prepared for this? We don't have vision. We don't have vision. Down here to the south, nothing at all. We don't have anything out here scouting. We don't have anything over here. And look at these Mutas distracting. You know, we'll take out a couple High Templar, but we're distracting at this stage. Keeping Motive's attention up here while he's losing High Templar. And check this out. Finally on the minimap, he sees, how does he respond to it? Not responding yet. A drop coming into his main base. Observer, hurt. Oh, sniping the obs, unloading lurkers and hydras inside the main base. And this main base is dead. I don't know if Motive can handle this. I don't know if he can help it. We have a Dark Archon on the way. That's fun. He won't have enough energy to do anything, but he's here. Dude, this is going to be so hard to get the Zerg out of your base and re-establish it for Motive. Storming the lurkers. Excellent stuff. Zealots trying to help as much as they can. Coming down from the north here. Storming, repositioning these Hydralisks. 143 to 152. Soulkey is up heavily and moving the Hydras down to the natural base as well. +2 Hydras versus cannons. Not even a fair fight for these cannons, man. They have limited utility at this stage of the game. And there we go. Probes getting sniped down. We've got mutas being shoved out as well, but it's still 162 to 157 supply in favor of Soulkey. And we do clear it out. We didn't lose the Nexus. That's an important fact there. 47 to 57 workers in favor of Soulkey. Didn't lose a base. Lost a few probes maybe, but I think we're okay. 48 to 56 is not a bad place to be against a Zerg player at 16 minutes, especially one that doesn't have Hive Tech. Queen's Nest is on the way. But check this out. +2 armor. We've been talking about it. It's done for the Protoss. Can Motive pull off this win here? I don't think he took enough damage to lose. And I think he's in a good position here, especially with these High Templar, with these +2 armor all over the place here for these gateway units. This attack will decide if he can win this game, man. If this attack gets shut down hard by Soulkey, I think Motive is in trouble. Look at the... Oh my gosh, so many more Mutalisks. Oh, man, forcing to use Storm on Mutas that are dodging it so easily? No, okay. All right, all of a sudden, 173 to 163 supply. We have so many Hydralisks here. Do they have a Carapace upgrade? Yes, they do as well. +2/+1. Got 10 Dragoons at a time. We have 0 High Templar. 2 are here. Protect the High Templar at all costs. We need to storm like we've never stormed before. But look at the horde of Zerg. Mutas are all dead, but only 1 High Templar remains. He doesn't have enough energy for anything else. Dark Archon here for, oh, I don't know, feedback, but there's nothing to feedback. Maelstrom hasn't been researched. Oh, look at this overwhelming. Okay, that's it. He doesn't even need to use all of his army here to win from Soulkey, but can Motive hold? Falling back to cannons. Cannons can help in this situation, especially if something is protecting them like double armored Dragoons. But nope, 122 to 99 supply. What an incredible engagement from Soulkey. Storming. Oh my gosh, 3 storms. Soulkey does not care. We will fight in the storm. We will fight in the shade. And that's it. GG from Motive. Bam. Soulkey pulls off the win. That was fantastic. That was a glorious game there from Soulkey. Motive played really well too, but you gotta have vision of drops like that. You have to have vision on areas and angles that drops can come into your main base. He just didn't. He didn't have anything. He could have stormed those High Templar, or stormed those Overlords as they were coming in, stormed the Lurkers as they were burrowing. It would have been so much more effective. He would not have nearly lost as many units during that drop, but man, just no pressure, able to get up on Soulkey at all. This base is pretty good for Zerg that way, right? Again, you get 3 bases with it really only having to defend 1 fairly narrow choke. And then, yeah, from 3 bases, sure, get a 4th base, get a 5th base. And from there, you're so big, you can keep the pressure on. Protoss has a lot of trouble. I'm just not sure how Protoss needs to play this matchup. I'm being straight with you. I'm trying to figure out what Protoss needs to do here. How do they get pressure up? Because generally you want to attack in the natural base or the 3rd base, but you can only attack into the 3rd base on John Doe. It's problematic. It's really problematic for Protoss. But end of the day, 157,000 points, 151 in favor of Motive, which doesn't tell you the whole story, does it? Got outproduced by the Zerg player. That's an outkill. That's pretty impressive. A lot of Zerg players died. Zerg's units died. 19 to 0 buildings raised is a huge deal. And the outspend by Soulkey is pretty intense there too. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Do you want to go for Reaver drops maybe? Maybe try dropping that 2nd base where the Zerg player isn't really defending it because he's not as worried about it, right? A faster Robo perhaps might not be a bad idea. Kind of treat it like a PVT. Could also maybe see a few more Corsairs right? I think Motive could have been more active with the Corsairs killing Overlords because there was a great Overlord spread running around from Soulkey that weren't really defended by all that much. I mean, there were, 5 or 6, 7 maybe Scourge running around, but I think you could have maybe 2 groups of Corsairs flying around causing issues, but I don't know. Getting Maelstrom a little bit earlier might have been helpful too, especially against those Mutalisks, which really Soulkey was investing a lot into. Could have been nice. Anyway. All right, good stuff. And that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah.